Good evening. Average Dad here. Wanted to do my first video. Just like last time, I want to give you the heads up. This is going to be really shitty, but we're not mining yet. Well, got some new stuff in. Got the frame itself in, and like I say in the description, I want to walk through this. One, so I can share my experience with you. Two, so you can see how I did it and learn how not to do it or how to do it. I might actually get something right. I want to give a big shout out because there's a couple different ways that I found to do frames for mining. And I want everyone listening to this to have the best information, the best contacts. So everybody should go over to three individuals that I watch pretty much almost all the time. The first one is Bosscoin. The Hobbyist Miner and Red Panda Mining are all YouTubers that I would highly recommend everyone going and watch it. And I actually found this guy, his video through one of those three. And there's three ways actually, from what I found, that you can do a frame for crypto mining. Sorry, correction. Four ways. Okay, one, you don't have a frame at all. And you can buy 3D printed little clips that it will literally hang the GPUs from a metal frame shelf. Super easy, super cheap. Probably fit a lot more per shelf on the side of the shelf. But I don't like that. I'm an organized OCD person. You can also build yourself a frame. I'll have the links to the three YouTubers and this video in the description below. But this gentleman does a really good job at walking you through how to build a crypto mining frame. I decided to actually buy one. It was a little bit more expensive, probably about $15 more expensive, but I saved myself time, and yeah, that's about it. And time is the most important thing you'll ever have. Dad advice, right there. Boom. Dad advice. That's what we're gonna. Okay, I've been here. Side note, been thinking about this, how to make this video interesting. Dad advice. We're gonna have two things in this video besides crypto mining: dad jokes, horrible dad jokes, and dad advice. Number one piece of advice from a dad: time is everything. You never get it back. So, boom, here we go. So we passed on building a rig, building a frame out of wood. We passed on just hanging them, and we're actually going to buy a mining frame. Well, you can buy them multiple places, but the best place that I found to buy them is Amazon. Of course, Amazon is great. Now, as you can see here, I have Amazon search up, and this is for a 6 to 8 GPU frame. Now, one thing I've noticed out of all of these, they're all pretty much the same. Small changes, but pretty much they're all the same. Some do a little bit extra, all that fluffy stuff added, some don't. So let's go down here and start here. So what are we looking at? Wow, right there, three different versions, but $38 mining rig frame, 6 GPU, steel open air crypto mining frame, rig case with switch, cable, and gloves, sport glove, sports long and short size GPUs, yada yada yada, all that extra stuff. What do you pull from this? It holds 6 graphics cards. It's a steel frame. It's open air. It's made for crypto mining. For the one that I have, as you'll see here in a minute, it's very simple. But the interesting thing is these pins are going to come with it. You need to make sure these come with it. Most of the time they do. These pins hold up your motherboard. And then your GPU will attach here and rest here. And as you can see down here, a great picture. On the bottom shelf, you have your motherboard, you have your SSD, which I'm not going to use, but a lot of people use it when you really get advanced. And then your power supply. Okay, a lot of these will hold 1, some hold 2. This guy here, the Kingwin, $129. I I've found motherboards that are cheaper than that. But this one, let's look at this here real quick. Kingwin Bitcoin mining rig case with 6 or 8 GPU mining stackable frame. So that's interesting right there. So this does 6 or 8, and it's stackable. Expert crypto mining rack with placement for motherboard for mining. Well, all of them have placement for motherboards for mining. Whoop-de-do. Air convection to improve GPU. So it doesn't come with the fans. You ever see any of these? They don't come with fans. They don't come with the graphics card. They don't come with the motherboard. None of that, unless they specifically say it. So don't expect it. And this one's giving you a coupon, which means nobody's buying it. But this looks to be like a good one. I like the fact that it's stackable. I like the fact that you can add fans to it. We'll come to find out that heat is the #1 downside to all crypto mining rigs. And if you can control the heat, best thing you can do. Amazon's choice. I always love this. Highly rated and well produced. Okay. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got $146.94. That's a lot going on there. That's 2 stacks. So that's a 12. It's 2 rows of 6, 2 power supplies, the motherboard. Mining rig frame up to 8. And that's really something you got to decide yourself. Do you want 6, 8, 12? Because remember, the more GP graphics cards you have going, the more power you're pulling, the more power supplies you're going to need. So as you progress in the size, so does the requirements of the extra stuff that you need. The more wires and then the cable management and all that. So a lot of people that I watch on YouTube, it's really hit or miss. Some people do 12, some people only do 6. From what I've seen, 6 is the go-to choice. It's easy to manage, easy to understand. The key thing though with that is if you have there's software that you're going to mine through, right? HiveOS is one of them, okay? And there's a couple other ones, but basically like HiveOS is what I'm going to use. You get above a certain number of rigs, you got to pay for it. It's not overly expensive, but anytime you got to pay for it, that's money out of your pocket. The average dad doesn't like spending money unless he has to. So look in here, go with this one. Okay, I like that. Why not go with this one? What's the difference? 8 GPU open air mining rig with frame, solid mining rig case. Not much of a difference that I see. I'm not looking at the full description, but not much. Now, let's cut to the chase here though. When I chose my mining rig frame, I looked at 2 things. Because pretty much they all gave the same amount of stuff. But I focused on this right here. This section, the stars and a number of reviews. You don't want something like down here, 1 review. You ever see anything with 1 review, even though Prime get sooner, all that kind of stuff? No, ignore it. Just skip it. Come down here, 404 reviews. Not too bad. A lot of people bought it. They either liked it, they didn't like it. Let's look here. So not too bad. A lot of reviews. But I don't like that price point. I need to make every dollar count. And we're this first mining rig that we're going to be setting up. I literally have a set amount of money we're going to use. And we're going to get as much money out of it. What are we looking for? We're looking for a high review count, high quality of stars, and a great reasonable price. Look like I did not choose a 6 GPU frame. So my big thing is getting worth every dollar out of everything that I purchase. My goal is to have a full running rig by the end of the year. And I want to do 1 rig this year, and that's going to be my entire focus. We're going to learn lessons, we're going to make mistakes, we're going to move on. And then next year, we're going to do another one. Luckily, beginning of this year in February, when I started looking for all these pieces, started doing my research, graphics cards prices started going down. And anyone who's familiar with it will know that graphics cards over the last month have gone down even more. So with that understanding, then the question is, okay, I can get more bang for my buck. Well, get with a 6 or give myself the opportunity, if I'm presented with it, to go 12. 12 GPUs in a rig can make me a lot more money, also uses more power, but make me a lot more money than a 6 GPU rig. Because if I have two 6 GPU rigs in comparison to one 12 GPU rig, the 6 need 2 power supplies, 2 SSD cards, 2 motherboards, 2 CPUs, 2 things of RAM, everything's double. Well, that's wasted money. And what did I say? We're going to get every bang for a buck. So we're going to go with a 12 GPU mining frame. Okay, so this is where I start. Now look in here, aluminum. Ooh, that would have been nice, but I ain't paying $89. All right, so look in here. This is where I'm at. All right, there's a lot here. And like I said, just like the 6-1, see all these sponsors, really good prices, a lot of reviews, really good reviews on this one. I looked at that one, but let's skip all that. What do we got here? Warm Lee, $45.90, $45. Very simple, which is awesome. I love simple, but see, here's a great example. This is a nice one. These nice pins, these hold up the motherboard. Over here, you've got the power supply here, but $111. What? No.
All right, moving over here, literally 5 feet away, is the box. Now, just like in the first video, I've made some progress. Took it from that box over there to this shelf. That is rather small, but if we're looking to just put our first mining rig together, I think it'll do just fine. This is the box that it came in. Now, I have opened it, I have looked at it, and I like it. We got this little baggie here. It's got a whole bunch of extra little stuff in it. We'll go into that real quick. But this is it. Now, looking at it, like I said, very simple. It does have instructions. The instructions were very good. Put that down there. Now, obviously, all the little trinkets and goodies are in there. Let's look at what we got. Obviously, we got to put it together. And this being my first time, it's going to take a little bit. That's what she said. So I'm not going to bore you with it. We're going to come back when it's done and ready to go. Bam! And we're back. All right. I didn't want to bore you, like I said, but we're done. It honestly didn't take that long. And there it is. 12 GPU mining frame. All done. Let's just walk through this real quick. We need a power supply. We need a motherboard, CPU, RAM, memory, graphics cards, cables, all that. So we got a couple videos to make. Now, well, it's getting pretty cheap. So, which is great news for us with our limited budget. We'll be able to buy possibly one more extra. But, yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, look at that. All right, let's get it done. This is Average Dad. Thanks for stopping by.